Hello everybody and welcome back to Warptorio. Last episode we've just finished setting up copper ore, well, one of the three patches at least, and I did run a poll between the episodes. We're having some nasty FPS UPS issues, and the results of the poll I think are pretty conclusive. Thank you all for that weighed in on what should I do to fix this, and I do think that just removing the pollution cloud is the better way to go. There's a few considerations while saying this, and well, first of all, I'm not extremely happy to have to use command line commands to do stuff, but first of all, I want to bring this one up. So this is the current status of the pollution cloud, and this will basically grow indefinitely. As far as I know, there's the power grows at an exponential rate. Sorry, not the power, but the pollution generated by our platform grows at an exponential rate. It feels kind of weird that even once you've done all the upgrades and whatnot, there's no way to at least reduce that. Well, it makes sense that if this grows infinitely, there will be at some point enough units active in the game so that the pathfinding system will actually crash the whole system. And I do feel that once you've settled on a planet, you should have the option to stay there and not have to move all around, actually be able to make use of the rail system, because having to rebuild the rail system on every planet is basically a no-go for me. Also, I think that the defenses that we've built here, we have built to withstand quite a bit of beating. I've talked about some ideas that I had to scale this up even further, adding some flamer turrets here, but eventually, at least once we finish this build, we will have enough science production to scale our laser and flame turret power to enough. Let's take a quick look where we're at right now. So this is damage, and we are increasing by 70% per research. Now, at some point, I don't think that far in the future, maybe 4 million, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less. Besides the point, just one row of laser turrets will be enough, because they will one-tap anything that comes in range. And theoretically, that will be enough for the biters to scale indefinitely, and that is maybe something we're gonna try to experiment with once the laser turrets are strong enough, but I feel quite happy with the way our defenses are done. I don't think the build needs to prove anything more. It can already withstand a fairly serious beating. We can resupply it automatically, so this is the reason why I am choosing to do two things, actually three things, if we count the actual actions. So first of all, I am going to go in mod settings, and I will actually be disabling warp platform pollution. So that is the pollution generated by the platform itself, not by the factory. The factory will still generate pollution. We might still have some attacks, but that's gonna be extremely small. And as you can see in the settings here, I don't know the exact formula. I haven't dove into the code yet, though there are some things I might want to fix. But the phrasing here kind of tells me that this is an exponential function that is based on time. And well, exponential based on time, I doubt there will be a point where the cloud will cover enough byte bases to be able to consume the pollution. So I think I am quite happy with this. I am quite satisfied, and we could theoretically leave it at that. I could. Those are a lot of active chunks. The pollution cloud right now should just fade away, I believe. But we'll still play with this FPS. We would still be playing with this FPS for quite a long time. And I'm just not happy with that. So the second action that I'm gonna do, and it's quite important to do them in this order, I want to destroy all the pollution cloud, the entire pollution cloud in the system. This will disable achievements for this playthrough, unfortunately, but well, it is something that had to be done. And as you can see, it had a fair amount of impact on the game, on the FPS, almost 10 FPS. But the most important thing, I believe, is this command also removing the biters. We're back to 60 FPS now without any issues, without any questions asked, without anything. Now there are still a few polluted chunks. Oh yes, actually I don't really know why there's pollution being generated over here, for instance, or in a few random places, but those should be relevant. Pollution here, pollution at our mining station makes perfect sense. And I think that with that out of the way and now being able to play the game again at full speed, let's go ahead and I will continue with these setups. Next one that I want to bring in is, well, I will try to get in this episode, get both stone and coal done. So stone is going to be over in this corner, coal is going to be over in this corner. I still have some materials on me, trains definitely. I probably don't have enough rail signals, but was this the one? Yes. This is a... Yep, that is the one that I'm looking for. And this one goes... Is this the right orientation? Yes. Yes, this one is meant to go somewhere over here. I do need to... I'm gonna start removing some of these factories. And this one, okay, so this one is going to go down this way. I think we'll be able to spare all the red chip assemblers. Maybe. But not. So let me see, this one needs to be over there. Yeah, all red chips assemblers will be spared, but I need to clean up quite a few more. I actually didn't want to do that right away. So this one goes, this one goes, the substation, the next row, the next line of cables, and the one right below. I want to keep as many as I can still operational. I think this is the bare minimum that I need to remove to get this working. Actually, yes, that is correct. Now I know for a fact that this fits in here, and it does. So this is going to be stone unloading post. That's correct. This is still operational. This is still operational, which is really nice. Let's get rid of some of the extra materials that I have on me. Where am I using iron? Iron should be used... Right, iron is the one that I have a severe lack of. I think everything else is gonna remain there. Let's start building. Okay, that's good. No extras there. Let's start building the actual stations. What level is this? This is already quite a high level. So currently, well, let's go ahead and I wanted to say, really, I'm out of landfill. Okay, I knew that I need to have some more landfill on me. I wanted to say that I want to go to the factory floor and get rid of the factories of come on. Okay, that works. I want... How did I do the rail signals over on this side? There's one here and this is all one big segment. I can definitely place one there and at least one more here. I don't know if it's the best placement, but make sure that I isolate the this line so that the trains can freely leave. Also one you can do it. Okay, this is good enough. I want to have one more over here. maybe, actually maybe even 2. Something maybe like this. Let's see. Needs to be somewhere over here. I want to make sure I have the highest throughput possible over in this area. So this one is meant to be stone. Let's change this to the white signal and also change the color. This is a bluish color. Let's make this a fairly dark gray. Maybe with a small tint of red. Okay, maybe not so dark. Maybe if we go to 150 to 200, that's too much. Sure, I'll go with this. Doesn't really match, but make sure that I set the correct train limit over here. I should have just set all of this manually. It would have been so much faster without trying to scroll drag, because I still have to click each and every one of them now to make sure that I haven't messed something up. Anyway, those are all the train station there. What are the chances that I can actually get some beacons? Well, what do you know? I found some beacons. And let's see, this one, I am doing the same level of parking garage, but this is gonna have only 12 trains. Okay, so there's a few things that I need to fix over here. One train is out of fuel, which is acceptable, but I don't know, I'm probably not producing enough. I'm probably not producing enough fuel to have in all of the chests, I would assume, and that's why that's 12 fuel cells, that's good. So if I look over here, yeah, we do not have fuel cells, and I'm gonna assume that we do not have fuel cells because this is producing at full speed, but it's just not enough. Well, I might as well just put this beacon to good use. I cannot put these ones in there, but I can definitely look at speeding this one up just slightly. It would have eventually balanced out, but I wanted to help that process a bit. So let's go ahead and get the trains out. I need to get... I'll get all of them. So this is exactly 12 trains, which is a bit... Oh man, I have lots of parking spaces here. More than train. Well, for this one it's gonna be more than trains. For the other ones it wouldn't have been. But that's the color set. This is going to be stone loading. And I'll mark this with 1. Eventually we'll need to add more outposts. And I've just created that station so that I can create the conditions here. So I want you to go to full cargo. I then want you to go to unloading and then to unloading post. And let's make sure that this has no train limit. Where's my cargo wagon? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good. And if I set this to automatic, cool, that's 12 trains. I have lost a few fuel cells, or maybe just one. Okay, everybody seems happy now. This is can I? It would be nice if I could set them all to... If I could set them easily to automatic. This will complain for a while. Perfectly fine with that. Cool, I think that these are all the trains. Well, eventually I might get fuel. Actually, no, I will fix that up just a bit later. For now, I want to see how I'm gonna drag the train station. So I might actually go... go over here like this. Let's see how I'm gonna do that connection over there. I guess, sure, whatever. That looks really weird. I'll be the first one to say. And can I go over... I want to copy over that corner. Something has happened here that is not right. Why did you get a green light to come in here while this train is still... Interesting. So let's copy over a corner. I could have blueprinted this, but I didn't. So I will just do it like this. Perfect. Well, more copper, trains out of fuel. I'm never gonna finish this at this rate. So that should be okay on fuel for a long time. That should be okay on fuel for a long time. And there's one more in the station. Maybe I need to scale up the production of Warptorio fuel. Just saying. Let's see, do I still have that blueprint on me? Which blueprint? This blueprint. So this is not really right. Normally this would look like that, but I don't want to drag belts all the way over to the other side. I will need to... Okay, at least everything matches because I've made the blueprints fully... I've made the blueprints to be able to be rotated so they match 100%, so that's not an issue. This is how the normal junction should look anyway, but let's set this up so that we don't get conflicts. Division here, there's a very small segment here. These are all chained. I'd want a chain there as well. These are chained, that looks good. Well, at least I have an excuse now to go back to the base. I am running out of materials to build. So chests, If chests are an issue, I still have a lot of chests, but I am out of belt, rails, splitters, signals. I did finish all of the stations. Let's get over here and actually set the stations. So that's good. Do I see anything else missing? So rails, signals. I might just as well get a few trains while I'm in the process of doing this. Hopefully the Warptorio fuel will last just a bit longer. Let's get rid of that station. Or I guess bot already got rid of it. Personal logistics? No. Okay, I cannot enable personal logistics, or I will set a very high limit for this and enable. That is apparently still too much. Out of Warptorio and fuel. Okay, that's rails. That's for coal. Do I have wagons left on me? How many do I have? 15. That's enough for 4 trains. I need 8 trains. I'll just grab... I'll just grab 15 more. Signals, change signals. Cliff explosives. How am I doing on cliff explosives? I'm down to 24. Let's get one more stack. And I want to increase, as I was saying, the production of Warptorio fuel. I don't want to necessarily overdo it. But this should... Now, a smart person would have placed it over here. Let's try to be one. Cool. That is good. And now we can head down here again. Get rid of these, and I should be able to finish my build now. So this one has 11, that is 3 lines, so this is perfect. Well, that's a bit awkward. I will need to reverse the Come on, we can do this one too. Which one is this direction I want? I want an intersection over here like this. Now let's try to get this one done properly. Well, I hope I've done the other one properly. All of these trains will have to wait over here. So these are all chains. Okay, that's good. So all three exits have rail signals and everything else in between is chained. Perfect. The trains are waiting for input, but I need to flip all of these. Okay, I'll do it differently because I don't want to move those power poles. So this is aligned, and now I can just cut and paste. I think that looks good. I hope that's good. I needed to add one more row over here. So I can just remove this now and... well, I guess... theoretically... I could have kept all of this as they were and just do the... there they are. Just do the center. Doesn't really matter right now. That is too close. That is too close because I need enough room to run the other two belts all the way to the other junction. Interesting. Well, it makes sense. Which means I can push these ones back all the way over here. I think that's the first connection point, yes. So unfortunately I have to go ahead and get more splitters. Yes, more splitters. I just had a missing machine over there, so that's not a problem. Actually, this might be a problem. Can I get enough belts squeezed through here. So how is this gonna work? Okay, I'll have to do a bit of belt magic over here to get all the 8 belts to fit, all the 8 belts for the final 3. So for the final 2 stations. No, too much. I really hope I'm not gonna regret this. The alternative is to run some of the belts below, which I kind of do not want to do, but if need be. Or I could look at moving this just a bit forward actually. So this could be all the way over here, which means that this could be a bit and I'm still down 1 belt, which is really annoying, which means that I need to run everything like that. Or I'll just do it like this. I think this is the way to go. And let's see, where do I have the belts coming from? 1, 2, 3, 4 belts coming from here. I think that these are gonna be the top 4, which makes this one be the first one there. Well, I'm gonna extend all of this all the way to here. And this one will need to jump. This one I can actually get out nicely. And I need 2 more belts. Where are those 2 belts? So this is 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yes, I only have 11 here. So I guess I'll bring this one over here, make sure that the first two stations are as full as possible, and then just bring 3 belts over here. And well, I don't need to do this this whole thing anymore. I have just the 3 belts. There we go. Let's get this thing started. So this thing I will power off, and really I need another power pole over here. So this should be all the stone working. I want to make sure that there's stone on each belt. There is stone coming on each belt. Well, that's gonna be a bit awkward. I don't need that bit over there. Oh man, there's still no fuel. Oh, I can keep personal logistics enabled. This should top me off. I need more train stations. I don't know what I destroyed, but I didn't want to destroy it. Okay, that should be enough. So there were a few small distractions. There's 3 of these that need to go. I'm doing this, and we can now go and queue up northeast. Which one is northeast? This one. Oh, the irony. I'll just let this one run its course. I've probably picked up some junk. Like these ones, I definitely do not want. I don't see anything else that might be considered junk, which is good. And while here, Chances of me still having that blueprint were fairly slim, unfortunately. Whereas this is still probably the cleanest place to copy the blueprint from. So this is meant to be somewhere like this, I believe. Over here. And that means that, well, let's place this to begin with and kind of see the damage that this is gonna do. Get a couple of warp ports in there. Now all of these, oh man, those are full of iron. These are full of iron and I don't like it. Okay, I've just had a quick look at the time on this episode, and we will I was hoping to get the call done in this episode, but we got a bit distracted with a stone build. Next episode we should definitely be able to finish coal production and move on with the rest of the plan. And for everybody that stayed this long in the episode, just as a small reward, I will say what the actual big plan is. So basically one evening I was looking at some Factorio builds, some mega base builds, and I was just impressed on how big the 10,000 SPM build is in vanilla. And I was like, I wonder how much SPM we could actually build in Warptorio if we were to use the space at its full or almost full potential. And that's what we're actually going for the endgame build. I want to try to get to 10,000 SPM, and according to my calculations, I think we should be barely able to squeeze 10,000 SPM out of this build. The main thing was that I do not want to build anything on the surface. Now, there's obviously a couple of exceptions. I initially didn't want to have the rail system either, but unfortunately the warp loaders apparently are not a possibility. And also there was just no way to bring enough water into our basement to be able to supply all the nuclear reactors. So yeah, nuclear power is going to be on the surface. Resource extraction and delivery is on the surface of the planet. We do have defenses obviously, but everything else I want to build inside of the factory. This will remain here for chip production, and yeah, everything else has an allocated space and hopefully will work as intended. But that being said, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I will see you here next time.